Yep, it's Chris Smith here. This is another video on photography techniques. This one is going to be about the use of the curves tool in Photoshop to selectively alter certain parts of images. A far better tool than levels to work with, in that you've got more control over which part of the images you can brighten, darken and increase contrast and whatever. I use my startup image from a place called Watch-It. It's quite a famous place, Watch-It. Here's a picture of the marina. There we are, look at that. Very colourful little place. The harbour has for centuries been the centre of trade. In the 1860s it was enlarged to handle increased trade, and in December 1900 a fierce gale destroyed part of the harbour and wrecked many ships, which is unfortunate. The harbour, as you can see here, was rebuilt and trade resumed, and in 2001 Sir Robin Knox Johnson opened this new marina. Anyway, that's a nice picture of the marina. Right, I'll just show you another picture of the image. I'll just close that one. This is the start image I'm going to use. As you can see, it's not very contrasty, is it? And it's a little bit bland to say the least, but I'm going to use curves to beef up this image. But just before I do that, I'm going to introduce you to some parts of Watch-It. If you don't know the place, well, here's the lighthouse. This was on the West Pier. It was erected in 1862 at the time when the harbour was enlarged. It's made out of cast iron. Ooh. And it cost £75 in 1862, which is not much these days, but in those days it was probably quite expensive. The light was first illuminated by an oil lamp, and then by gas, and later by electricity. That's very good, isn't it? Another part of... I'll just close this image now. This is a typical building in Watch-It, in the old town. Narrow streets of the old part of the town clustered around the harbour. In the Middle Ages this area was the hub of cloth manufacturing, milling and grain, the sale of fish obviously, and it was also a marketplace. And by the 19th century there were foundries like this one over here, sawmills, shipbuilding yard, paper mill and a host of other trades and shops. Well, that's not bad, is it? It's not a bad little place, Watch-It, is it? It's also famous for this chap, the poet Samuel Taylor Coleridge, who wrote The Ancient Mariner. And here's a picture of the Ancient Mariner, which there's a statue in the town of Watch-It. Here he is. This is a big image I took, and if I go to actual pixels, expand them. Oh, look at this! Look at the side. There's the albatross that he shot with his crossbow. There's his crossbow. There's the albatross. And this is a big statue of the Ancient Mariner. Here, look at that, eh? Yeah. There's that poor albatross, and there's that lighthouse, as you can see. What else? And there's a boat. We'll be working on that. This is the harbour here. This area is the new harbour. That area there, I think where the lighthouse is, it's the tidal harbour where the tide comes in and boats can come in over there. But this is the safe harbour where all the ships are moored up. I'll just reduce that one. That's Mr. Coleridge, so now you know who he is. Right, we'll get back onto our picture then, won't we? And here it is. A bit bland to say the least. Well, the first thing we can do to this image is to increase contrast, and I'll be using curves to do that, and it's quite easy to do that. Well, I'm going to be using different layers, so we can always come back and alter things after we've done some alterations. To do that, we'll just start off with a new layer. Let me go like this. I'm going to duplicate this background layer. I'll just call it background copy, okay. And now I'm going to select image adjustments, and here's the curves. Here we are. Now I've got this histogram here, if you can see. There we go. And as I said in my other video, you can use this as you do with levels, and we'll select a black point to meet the histogram here and the white point to meet the histogram there to give us a complete spread. See how it's increased the contrast already? And if we want to beef up the contrast, we have an S-curve and bring it down there. It's really, really subtle. There we go. Already we've got a better image. Right, so click OK on that. That's our background copy. If you can see what I've done now, see how it's gone from bland to a little bit better, hasn't it? Okay, so next thing we want to do is to selectively increase, make this section here a bit brighter, where this rocky wall is. Okay, so right, so what I'm going to do here is to select the lasso tool and just draw around this section I want to brighten up, make it a little bit more colourful, and refine the edge, feather it like that up to 150ish. It's normally a pretty good figure to go for. Okay, right, so we've selected that. Now we have to make a new layer now, so we'll use this one. Right, it's the same thing as going image, adjustments, curves, but this produces a new layer. I'll show you that underneath here. There we are, curves one. So the area I've just selected here is now, you can see there in the mask, the rest of it's been masked off, so we're just going to work on this little area which is the wall. Right, so we click on that curve, there it is, and we can beef up the brightness. See how it's going brighter and darker, brighter, there we go. And we can also increase the redness by going to the red channel. A little bit, it warms it up very slightly. If it's a bit too warm, we can just add a little bit of yellow by going to the blue channel and going in the opposite way. Alright, there we go. So that's nice, isn't it? So we'll close it. There we are. That's the first adjustment. Now down at the bottom here it's too dark, I think. So again, lasso tool. Yeah, we get the lasso tool again, and we'll go across here and down there and around there and up there. Again, feather it 150. You can actually put 150 in here rather than using that slider. Okay, right, so we'll go fulls. There we are. There we are. Another adjustment layer, curves. Right, again we'll just brighten that section. See how nice it's gone, a little bit brighter. It's got some it's not moss, it's seaweed, isn't it? Let's have a look at the green. Can we make it a little bit greener? Ooh, yeah, it's a bit too much, that. Maybe that's too green, and then we have to have a little bit more red. I should have left it alone. Anyway, it's these sort of minor adjustments you can play around with using curves. We'll leave it at that, and we'll have a look at our levels. There we got another level up here, another layer. So what else can we do? The sky doesn't look very clever, does it? So we'll make an adjustment on that. Again, the lasso tool. Just run across there, down there, through the lighthouse. A bit sloppy there, but I don't care too much about that. Again, refine edge, feather it, 150 odd, okay, and again a new layer, curves layer. This is under RGB. Let's just darken it. Yeah, you see what it does? Make it bland and then it goes darker. If we can add a bit more blue to it, possibly. It goes up. Does that make any difference? Not really. What about green? A bit of green. We'll leave it at that. So we've improved that very slightly. There's not much we can do. I don't think there's much detail up there anyway. Okay, so that's that third layer. See what happens here? Yeah, there we are. Knock all these off and you can see what you've done. There's the old bland one. There we go, look at that. Let's have a look at, what do you reckon? That boat over there. Should we change the colours on that? Well, let's get close up to it. We'll go actual pixels, eh? Let's have a look at this boat. There we are. We'll just open this up a little bit here like this. Let's go and see if we can change the colours on this boat. So I'm going to use a lasso tool. Around that, there, looks like a chimney. We'll select that. And I also want to select this blue section over here. So I'm using Shift. You see that? It's got a little cross on it. And this, because I'm pressing Shift, I'm adding this selection as well as the one previously. I'm just going around it. I'm not going to feather this because it'll look a bit silly. So that's the two selections in this image. So again, there we go. Curves, new adjustment. We can see what I'm doing there. Brightening a little bit. Slightly maybe. There we go. And we'll change the blue texture. There it is. Look at that. It's a little bit better, isn't it? So there's curves 4. We can brighten this white section here, perhaps. We'll have a go at that. Yep. Just select that little section there. Right. I shan't feather it. Again, another curves layer. Just brighten it up. There it is. Okay, little subtle changes. So if we go back to fit on the screen, there we go. And look at our layers. There we go. There's the difference on that boat. It's gone from there to there. So that's how you use curves to alter the contrast and colours in an image. It's dead easy to do, and a lot of practice, and you'll become an expert at it very, very quickly. So all that remains now is to flatten the image. Boom, there we go, and that's it. And you can go and print this image out. There's the actual pixels. Alright, we'll run across that, and there's our cheated little doctored up image of the marina at Watchet. Now there's our seaweed and whatever. Oh, okay then, so this is Chris Smith saying goodbye for now.